Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Sentinels going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Sentinels and the New York Giants. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Three. We got double up.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah. Tight end right. One. Set. Even.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Easy.
On play action, Mariota. He completes it to Bryant. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Gun! Detroit! Watch that! Check safety!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Double tight.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Three down.
Webb to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
89, 89. Watch 89. Slam.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 3 down. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Webb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now let's go. 319.
Alert.
Detroit.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Man left.
Easy. One.
Hey, guys.
Set.
We got 3
One.
down, but we got to stand up over there.
3rd and long here for Mariota.
Watch the whip.
And that's complete to Croft. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
3.
4 down.
They go play action here on first down.
You got that right there.
And this one caught by Max Williams.
Watch twist.
And he is down deep into Giant territory. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards. In the red zone this time.
Check three.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Woo!
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go.
They run it with McKinnon. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there?
Webb can't escape as he goes down. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Come on, fellas. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got three. Three down,
Set.
three down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Mike 5'9". It's our field. It's our field.
Hot.
Hey, it's our house.
On second down, Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green.
Three down.
Throwing on third and long. Webb. Looking for Shepard deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Easy.
Alert flare.
Three.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, right, Roger. Three. Set. One.
Four down.
One.
Watch the
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right.
Hey, check 24.
He got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right around the 26. Mariota on first down. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Hey, there it is.
Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Switch.
Oh, let's go.
He's checking.
Watch it now, Barney.
A play fake, now Webb. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike's 59.
All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Now let's go. Green, leopard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Webb.
Crash down.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
And also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Run. I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Oh, yeah.
First down, Mariota. The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Yeah, he's got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Let's go.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, twisting away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Tight end's Ringo.
Leopard!
Tight end's on the Ringo.
Leopard!
Tight end's on the Ringo.
Hurry up!
McKinnon, he takes this for 3 to the 29.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Set! Blue 90!
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! No. Check, Patriot!
Watch twist.
Webb now from the gun. Open man right side is Ingram. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? You got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One!
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
25!
Gurley again here on first down. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Watch tight. One. Tight end right.
Three.
They run with Ajayi. Room here to run. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That's it, baby.
Second down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Beckham, the return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
All right, here we go. Gun!
To throw on 2nd down. Webb eluding the pressure right. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw, Webb. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Man left, man left.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. He's going to loft one. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
One.
4 down. 4 down.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They're coming.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
56.
Off the play fake. Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Check. Tight right. Solo out there. Check.
Three. Easy.
We got 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Tight right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This one fielded at the 5. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 25. New York set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out.
You folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down, Webb. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
Now, there have been stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the grab by Croft. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Tyler Croft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Let's go.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 16. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's Webb. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun on third down. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Over.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
They go play action. Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Hey, we got tight left.
Set. Blue, landing. Leopard.
We got 4 down.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down, Smallwood. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. Stephon Diggs past the 20 and touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 96 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downfield, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
This one fielded at the 5. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
They start the drive with Smallwood. Room to run inside the 40. And just shutting him off there. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
Webb. go down. They get to him back at the 40.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Looking to throw on second down. Webb, throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Giants on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Webb able to shake him off. And Ingram holds it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
On first down, it's Webb. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Smallwood. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Here we go now. Leopard!
On first and 10, Webb. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
All the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot pressure. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Sack. Got him. Man left, man left.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that boy, the defensive tackle
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now back out comes the offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now let's go.
Play action, it's Kelly. He's going to fire one deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
What's tight? Tight is right.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit!
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Again they run with Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Kelly.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Off play action. Kelly. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Off play action, it's Webb. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 11-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Webb can't escape as he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, you're on an island over there.
Now let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Webb.
Blitz!
And the third down pass falls incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now Kelly, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent off, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's fielded at the 45. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight
Here we go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Kelly, off play action, dancing to his left. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Throwing on first down. Webb out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose the play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play. But if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Webb to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Kelly, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Forced out to his left. Letting one go. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the joke, and otherwise, just don't do it.
They run, Smallwood, and he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
We got three down.
Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. First down, a run with Smallwood. Spinning away. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. Third down here.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in
Here we
film
go
session.
now.
But, Coach,
All right, here we go.
I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up.
You